Welcome back, everyone, to SPX 2017. I'm Rusty.
I'm Joe.
And with us we have...
Caitlin.
And Matt.
Hey guys,
It's Caitlin and Matt.
we've talked to you quite a few times.
Have
Well,
you?
what's new?
Not
Nothing?
much, yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, well,
the
do you guys
same
want to
thing.
answer Mr. Question? It's over.
Yeah.
That's it. This is it. This is,
It's exciting.
Literally nothing has happened in the year since
I
we
don't
talked
believe
to you
that.
last.
Wow.
I believe that's a falsehood.
I've
I
heard about
sat
some
in this
things.
chair until now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, she hasn't left, so.
I haven't left, yeah. I was here the whole time.
She's in the background of every interview, just sitting here.
Like a ghost.
Waiting
Yes.
patiently for this interview.
And here we go. Okay.
Now I can start my life
Now
again.
it's your moment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry you lost a year of your life. But
that's
all
quite
right.
all right, yeah.
So,
So-
if you were to work on things,
Yeah, if you were to work
in theory,
this is
If you
hypothetical.
did regain the year of your life that you lost,
yes. This
what
is
would
the
you
what
have
if.
done?
So I
Now,
guess
you've
I
been
would-
busy.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually have been
And
very
if
busy.
you
Yes.
say you haven't been busy, then I will say, why couldn't you hang out with us when we were in Toronto? Because we were told you
Oh.
were working
That's
on
Right.
right. I did
Yeah.
blow you off to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
did.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so if you
So
say you weren't working on something,
You better keep your story straight, okay?
I know what happened.
Okay, so to everyone watching this video right now, I've been working on Manfred Man graphic novel coming out in May 1st, 2018.
May
Very
1st.
nice.
Yeah, 200
I've been
pages
telling
of
everyone
Manfred
March.
goodness.
That's a lot.
Is it March?
No,
No, it's
it's May.
It's May.
Yeah, I've been telling everyone March.
Okay.
You'll get yours in March, don't worry.
They're going to be so
That's
pissed
the,
in March.
yeah, that's the advanced copy.
So 200 pages.
200 pages.
How many
of
adventures are in those pages?
Many.
Many
a lot.
adventures.
Many
For
adventures.
one low price.
Yeah. Actually, it's like one story arc. So
Really?
it's not just like gags like on the website. It's like a full story.
So you had started this as a webcomic, right?
Yeah. It started out as a webcomic. It was just like strip, like gag, like strip comics.
Like,
and
gag.
yeah, gag.
Well, was it hard to transition to have a long form story?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, like I'd been thinking about doing like a sort of not 200 pages, but maybe like 20 pages story, and then that ended up becoming the story that is in the book. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Just had to like pad it out.
Pad this 20-page story into 200.
Guys, May 1st, you can get the book she padded out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really nice.
I got
You
to
can
add
get all
9.
those bubble wrap stories.
I got to add 9 extras for every one of these pages. I can do it.
Maybe I just do one panel a page.
There you go.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's a
how I
flip
got
book.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one panel.
There's a
per
couple of
page.
like full page spreads just like to tell the story.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of blank pages for pacing.
Yeah.
That's where all the sketches go.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You come see her at a show, she'll fill those 20 pages with original
Yeah.
art.
Sketch the hell out of
Just
that book.
drawings of dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, man for the man. And all the dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grown-up version, only available at shows.
So have you completed the book?
Not yet. The deadline is at the end of this month, so I'm going to be a husk of a human when it is done.
Can't
because-
wait. I bet
Yeah.
you can't
It's
wait.
gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
it is an extremely tight deadline, so I hope that I'm able to meet it.
So has it been really difficult to be around her during this time?
I mean, no. Yes.
okay.
I've just been
No more
working
usual?
a lot. I've
That's a
just
trick
been-
question. I can't answer that.
It's not a trick question. That's a trick answer.
Yeah.
It's like,
It hasn't been hard to be around me because I haven't been around. Like
Well, I
I've
guess
just been
that's
at
al-
work.
That's also a thing, though. I mean, that's
Yeah.
also challenging.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, Caitlin's like going to her day job, working 9 to 6, and coming home and continuing to work
That's true. Yeah.
on comics, and then on the weekend she'll go back to the office
I'm such
and
a
work
nerd.
on it there. And
Yeah.
yeah.
My boss is nice enough to let me like go and work out of the office.
So
'cause-
why do you even go home at night?
Yeah, that's a
If
good
you
question.
work better in the office, I'm saying you stay there for 14 hours.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have a Cintiq at the office, so like, and my computer at home is like a pile of garbage, just like falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good that you
Anyway,
have those
so it's coming
resources.
out in spring and through Quirk Book, so
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, actually, I gotta say it right. It's Quirk, not Quirk, like I say it.
Okay,
With my exotic accent.
It's American quirk. Is
It's
that it?
American Quirk.
Quirk.
One of those?
Quirk.
So you got to say it in your quirky accent.
Yeah, yeah. Because like when people ask me like who is it coming out through, I'm like Quirk, and they're like, never heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
Quirk,
Quirk.
and they're like,
It's
You
the
say it with
Wasser
such
thing all
disdain.
over again.
yeah.
You say it like you don't like quirk, bunch of
Quirk.
jerks,
Yeah.
Yeah, quirk. Pronounced like jerk, guys.
bunch of lamos having to make me use all the letters that are present.
R. I know that I've had this conversation on here before, but I still feel that way.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah.
remember this, but I feel like I should.
Yeah. I told the world to fuck R.
Man, how about that?
It's what it is, guys.
So, Matt, you're much more pleasant. What kind of things have you been working on?
I just finished a 10-page short with a friend that we met at VanCaf.
Oh, cool.
Not the one that just happened, but like last year. It's like a little magic adventure story called Frangible and Borg. And that's this guy here.
What?
Yeah. It's got a rock monster and a bard and a magician and all sorts of stuff. It's really
Pretty
fun.
much everything you want.
Everything you want.
Yeah.
That's everything I want.
I know.
My Christmas list is very short.
I mean, I
he
drew
solved
it
the list.
specifically for Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I got a copy of your Christmas list, gave it to Matt.
Yeah, I appreciate all of this attention.
It was like a Mad Lib. He just had to fill in all the.
But I apologize. I do not have the money to buy your wares. So I cannot read this thing made for me.
We just give you everything for free anyway.
Nice. That's
Got
all
all
I
the good
wanted.
reviews.
See, you keep saying
That's
that.
the way
and
I
it works.
bargain.
Yeah. Oh, poor.
So
Oh,
friend,
this is my
my
dad.
Free
friend
again.
Joseph
Thanks.
Stillwell.
Yeah.
just get
Oh, you're a good
confused.
friend. Yeah.
My good
Yeah.
friend.
I'm a little bit-
Yeah.
Jay Stillwell.
I'm a little bit. What's the word? You get things mixed up.
Dyslexic?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
Not all the time.
Semi-dyslexic.
But yeah, he wrote it and I drew it and it's a cool little book. I like it.
What else you got there? I see a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
variety
these-
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you about my books.
Yes.
So the second AML's out.
Very cool. I love those suits.
Sci-fi adventure.
It's very cool.
Sci-fi adventure?
Yes.
All right, what else?
I printed out the Metal Beard epilogue because it's a pretty big book as it is, and I thought I'd bring that along just for people to pick up. I feel like they're missing out on part of the story. And I'm going to start updating that again soon, so
Nice.
that'll be fun. And
So we
then
have like magic and adventure. We have science fiction. What would you consider Metalbeard?
science fantasy.
Science fantasy. Okay, what's
Yeah.
this last one?
So
I like that you're spanning all across these genres.
it's all the you know the very you know the genres that don't really sit very well in the good science fiction and fantasy books, you know. But
It's like
You sound
science
so
Dan.
sad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like this.
I don't know how to interview, guys. Stop picking on me.
Yes.
Stop asking him questions. Jesus.
Why are you talking to me in this interview so much?
Okay, so I guess I'm just left talking to Rusty now. I don't really.
This is not
Because
going to go
I'm
well.
unpleasant and he's
Yeah,
nervous.
I got to carry this whole thing. Guys.
The last one is all the short works that I've done over the years, just in a big book. So
That's a fantastic cover.
by a bunch of different people, like written by people other than me, and some of my own work. But I drew all of them, so thought I'd combine them into a book to bring to.
I will not ask about a genre for those. I know better now.
It's shorts, clothing genre.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
genre of shorts.
Yeah.
The
Genre
genre
of
is short shorts.
Oh, yeah?
So like all of the comics are about people wearing short shorts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about those stories.
No. You live them.
That
you
one
don't
was
read
not
them.
written for me.
Yeah.
Now
They
you
were
have
written
another,
about you.
you have another
Yeah.
book over there that you're a part of, right?
Short shorts.
Oh yeah. So I know you just spoke to them, so I wasn't going to talk about it because I think they covered most everything. But
But
I
I
have.
like that you're a part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want to cover your personal experience.
Okay. Well, so yeah, I had a 6-page story as part of the 1001 Nights anthology.
This is the very pretty artist edition, by the way.
Yeah. Well, no, I
Because
think.
they're red. The regular ones are blue.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
okay.
the blue ones.
I
had
This
no
is
idea.
the red one.
Yours is extra special.
Yeah.
I just learned that in the other interview, so
I just learned it.
I'm now applying that knowledge here.
I'm sure I've read it in like one of the emails, but this has been a long time coming. It's like I think nearly like 2 years ago it all started. So, and yeah, I'm really like pleased with how like the book has turned out with like the cotton cover and the gold trim on the edges and everything.
Yeah.
So
It looks really fancy.
yeah,
It's nice to
It's like one of the prettiest books I've ever seen.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good to just caress.
There's so much
It's a
talent.
caressable book.
in
It's a
like
caressable
every
book.
book. Like the contents page goes for like 2.5 pages, and it's all like artists that are way better than me. So I feel like very out
Yeah,
of
but
place.
how many are them are worse? Let's talk about those folks.
Yeah. Those
There's so many
suckers.
that are better than me, but man, they're gas worse.
Man.
Go through it and just pick one out. And we'll bag on them for the rest of the interview.
Yeah.
This
Don't
seems
pick
like a
his
good
page.
idea.
What loser am I going to
His
find?
page. Rusty's
Hot-
really opening like we're gonna do
Hoddy,
something.
I don't know what that is.
We've had a lot of people like coming around today with like maps of the thing and like
Oh yeah,
wanting
because like
to
20
sign.
people are here.
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
involved in it.
It's really cool.
And you like spread through the 3 different volumes because there's 3 volumes to them.
Yeah.
So, and I'm encouraged.
So how did you get together to get involved in that?
They were just asking for submissions. I sent in, I guess, like a proposal, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, do it." And then later on, I found out there was like I don't know how many artists involved, so they're gonna do this like giant like 3-part book. So I was like,
Did that
cool.
make you feel less special?
No, made me feel more special to be part of it, I guess. So,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
but yeah.
That's very exciting.
So yeah, I'm really pleased. Like this is the first show I've done where I've had like this many books on the table. It's
Our
feels like
table is very full.
yeah.
Yes.
It
The
very
looks
cool.
table
It's a good thing.
was very pretty.
It's very pretty.
And I'm going to try to remember it. I'm going to put a photo of it here because I thought it was a really well put
gonna
together
go-
table.
Some good color.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just, it's going to be over Rusty.
Yeah, just over Rusty's face.
Just over
Yeah.
Rusty.
Then it's gonna
It's
change
much,
to a
the
raccoon.
table's prettier than I am, so it's just gonna go right here.
It's gonna change to a raccoon really quick, and then back to the table.
Like it's a scare video or something.
Yeah. Boo. Okay.
We'll start talking quieter. They'll turn up the volume, and then the raccoon hits.
Wait for it.
So your depiction of Rusty as a raccoon,
Yeah.
which I think was based on me talking about him eating garbage from a year before.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
street
like that
food.
story about you eating like street candy or whatever it was called.
Street fruit.
Street fruit.
Street fruit. With my ex-girlfriend.
It wasn't just street food. It was also groundwater.
Groundwater and street fruit.
It was just like, let's just gather up some water.
As we walked along a highway, and she pointed out edible berries.
I mean, I can't laugh at this too much because I have this obsession with like picking apples off the side of the road.
It's fine.
And I call it
That's a
street
weird
candy because I thought that's
And these were like down in the grass, and I'm like, that's just no, it's the
Honestly,
ground.
there's nothing wrong with this.
No.
But when he described it to me, I just immediately was like, just
It was
picking up
just
street
part
food.
of this larger picture. And then we drank water from a natural spring.
that tasted like.
Tasted like pennies.
Yeah.
Like I was just
very metallic.
like I just threw a bunch of pennies in my mouth, swished it around.
And
And I
you
was like,
People
that
pay
often.
lots of money for that. That's like natural spring water.
Rusty
Yeah.
doesn't
You know,
do
that's-
like, it's like, I don't need any mouthwash or whatever.
Nah.
Pennies.
Penny water, I'm
My
good.
body will generate
I
the
make my own
necessary
now with
saliva.
pennies. I have a penny infuser that goes
Yeah.
in my water.
So yeah, but your depiction of him as a raccoon
Yes.
has really. Whoa, hey, buddy. Whoa,
Hey,
watch
buddy.
out.
Hold on.
Buddy.
Watch out, buddy.
No,
Careful.
there's.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, that's, you can't.
Small child
It's all
actually went out of his way to almost knock the
You
camera
did a
over.
good
That's
job
exciting.
getting under the barrier, but then he wasn't going to get under that camera.
Yeah,
Not without a scratch or three.
that was something.
Oh, but yeah, you drawing Rusty as a raccoon. It's just really lasted a long time, and it's
Yes.
become part of his
It's
character.
been an
Yeah.
enduring part of my legacy.
And I love it. And then this year,
And then Joe was a bear as well.
I
Yeah.
was a bear.
Yeah.
Look, I love myself as a bear. I have appeared as a bear in multiple stories.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Cullum, a wonderful painter from our Richmond,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he drew me as
he
a
drew
bear.
you as a bear too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he drew you as something else.
I was a beaver, I believe.
Which,
Oh,
Yes.
which
right.
was also really fitting
Oh, yeah.
because you have that ass and you just keep
What?
smacking people with it.
Yeah.
But no, I was really tickled that I got to be a bear again. Like there was no consultation.
Oh no, no, no.
Like there wasn't like a character file they had to refer to.
Apparently, you just had a good brand. So.
Oh yeah, and I maul people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the key
I
element.
love stealing their food when
Yeah.
they're sleeping.
It was,
And I
Right
steal-
after
steal it
this,
out of
you're
the
just
trash
gonna go
cans.
and like walk straight into the woods, and then that's
That's it.
it.
That's
you
it. No,
live the rest
every
of your
every
life.
at the end of
His clothes.
SPX.
Joe hasn't actually stayed in the room upstairs at all. He just goes out in the trees.
At the
you
end of
know.
SPX, I give Rusty all my important belongings, my passport, my keys, my wallet.
Put him in a trash bag.
I'll be
give
back
him
in
Just
a
walk
year.
into the woods.
I
Yeah.
heard this the other day, but somebody said a bear is just a man that's made a choice. So I think that's you.
Yes.
I think about this now and what I'd like to do, and I think I'm ready. I'm ready just to forego society as a whole.
Say goodbye, everybody.
I've
This is
got
it.
nothing to lose,
Live
to
your
be
best
honest.
life
I-
as a bear.
Yeah.
The man with
Be
no
the best
pants,
bear
he
you
doesn't
can
need
be.
pockets because he has nothing to put in them because he has no pants. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I've got nothing. Let's just go.
so wait, hold on. I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Oh, so yes, but
Okay. All right.
they then take that and they take it to the proper disposal area.
They just like freehand that bad boy?
They're bears, Matt. Yeah.
It's very natural.
Yeah, they go to the stream and they wash it off, or like a water cooler in the office.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you go catch a salmon out of the river. It's,
Well, that's not hygienic,
no.
but
Yeah.
it's nice for
You don't know
Get
where the
E.
salmon
coli
have been,
from
man.
that,
No.
yeah.
So yes, you depicted us in our awesome animal incarnations. We actually made up some buttons with those pictures.
They are
that
like the nicest buttons that I've ever seen.
we were
by the
so
way.
happy with
So
those.
They
metallic,
look
so
so
shiny.
Your art
good.
looks so good on those.
Yeah, I love them.
And then
Oh man, I was gonna say like the second year we made buttons with this company, Pure Buttons. I love their metallic buttons.
yes,
And have you seen the Dirty Diamonds button that they made?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
So good.
It's
yeah.
wonderful.
It
It's
looks so
and
good.
it's much bigger. None of you, whatever. You're not gonna see this, but
go to Pure Buttons.
Let's
It's
just
nice.
put a button right here.
yeah.
yeah,
Button.
I have to get a photo of it now.
I know.
It's a lot of stress. But
so
I was just,
zoom.
I was amazed because it was much larger. I think a 2-inch button or something. And it was so beautiful. And I
Yeah.
was like, man, these things can do anything.
That metallic man.
So when you guys were gonna come up, we're gonna play like D&D or something like that.
Yeah.
So I actually wrote a like a D&D campaign that I was gonna run for you guys called the Raccoon Princess.
Oh man,
we-
Amazing.
I hope
we
that's
never-
Rusty.
Yeah. No. He's the Raccoon Prince. No, but I was
Amazing.
gonna run it for you guys. But then Jared was telling me that you're not really into D&D. I
Well, not
mean,
yet.
Joe
But
is.
I'll tell you what'll get me on the table.
Being a part of the story.
Princess.
So yeah, he's not into D&D, but he also really hasn't played it. He also wasn't into karaoke, but that dude was singing under pressure the
Sang
other
the
night.
shit out of that.
True,
yeah.
yeah,
So
that's true.
that was my very first time singing karaoke and
Yeah.
whatever.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
He never.
How do you do?
He did. He was
I think
great.
I did
Yeah.
right.
He was
Like
an
out-
enthusiastic participant.
1 to 10, Joe?
Oh, oof. Really? That's where we're starting that
Yeah.
high? Oh man.
Okay, well,
man.
1 to 5.
how about we just go 0 to 1?
Okay.
0.5.
Like points for enthusiasm, but still 0.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
That helps bring
points
up
for enthusiasm, but they
the
don't
negatives. Because if I took away the enthusiasm, we're looking at minus numbers.
Oh no.
No, he did a great job. I was
Okay.
impressed.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
Cool. I loved karaoke night so much.
I could tell.
I really hope that.
We had to have an intervention with Claire and Kelly when they talked to us today. And I was like, we might have to include you in this as well. We heard all of the Disney songs.
Every Disney
No,
song.
you didn't. You didn't.
You
There's
haven't
more.
heard.
There's still more.
You have not
She's
heard
like,
enough.
no, there were 33 you have not heard. Like, these specific ones.
Oh man.
Yeah, there were a lot of Disney
Let's
songs.
get down to business.
They didn't have that
Oh,
one. Yeah, we
what?
looked for it.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, I thought
extremely
you were talking about our
disappointing.
conversation.
Yeah, I was
No,
like, all right, what are we doing? Oh,
okay.
okay.
Let's
The
bring
Hun.
this to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
realist. What are we
Did
talking
not
about
get
now?
to defeat the Huns
Damn it.
at all.
What
But,
about Lazarus?
yeah.
Anything
Anyway, I
Lazarus?
sincerely hope that there's more karaoke next year.
It's looking
I
like
suspect
pretty
it
good.
will.
Yeah.
I kind of like knew that it was coming because I was following I follow Eden on Twitter and she like posted to Twitter something like, oh, what's everyone's favorite karaoke songs for SPX? Just awesome for no reason.
Just
Like,
wondering.
yeah, just wondering what, and I was like, could it be? And then when I actually saw it, I was like, I like still couldn't like fully process that it was actually happening.
Yes. Is this real? Guys, can I come in here?
Is this
Right?
real life?
Is this plugged
Or
in? What are
is
we
this
doing?
just fantasy?
Yeah. I
karaoke.
kept thinking it was going to end, and then people kept adding songs, and I never wanted to say no.
Yeah.
Because they were excited and having fun.
Yeah.
And then I found out the room was running until midnight anyway. So, all right, we know when it's going to end.
The hotel guys were at the door like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, when we got to the last couple of songs, it was after midnight. And so when the third to last song ended, I was like, oh, time for the second to last. I just wanted them to hear it.
Yeah.
That we knew we had a
Like,
finite
we're
number
almost
left.
done.
Oh, time for the last song. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-minute song, but it's the last one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
It was a good time.
It was.
Yeah. So has SPX been a good time this year?
Yeah, it's always a good time. Love
Well,
coming
I
down for
keep
this
waiting
show.
for the time it falters. And I was like, is it this year? Has it been okay?
Is this when it happens?
When's it gonna ruin us?
It's still good.
The kid looks like
It's
a
still
monster. I'm
good.
scared of you.
A kid just came through with cones
I
on
will
his
fight
head
you.
and face.
I will fight you, and I will lose.
And he's creeping around, too. That
He's
kid's
like
gonna
No,
kill
he
really
knows
somebody.
what he's
creeping it,
doing.
yeah.
That kid looks like a serial killer
He's a
cosplayer.
terrifier.
Jesus. All right.
Oh, I
Someone's
hate
got
that.
the Velociraptor walking on.
Yeah.
It's concerning.
Rusty, you love Velociraptors, don't
I
you?
love
You love
velociraptors and dinosaurs in general.
Yeah,
I
you're a big
feel-
dino guy.
I'm a dino dude.
I feel like as a raccoon, I mean,
I mean,
come on.
yeah. I guess just like people, raccoons kind of have that wishful thing where they could have maybe lived in another era. Where were the raccoon
The
dinosaurs?
golden age
What
of
does the
raccoons.
ancestor of the raccoon look like? Is it some like giant?
It's probably like one
God,
of those
that'd be
giant
amazing.
sloths or
Like a
something.
giant
Yeah,
raccoon.
it looks like
basically.
Rusty.
Yeah, size of an elephant running around.
With
you
his
imagine-
big bushy tail.
Imagine the size of the garbage bins that they have to dig through to get food.
Digging through caveman garbage bins.
Prehistoric garbage bins.
It's like a Flintstones thing.
All these giant tuna cans.
Yeah.
Take it down
Man.
to the stream.
Do you ever get cut when you're digging through garbage fast?
Yeah.
You gotta wear like gloves, right, to protect yourself.
That's what those little, when you see raccoon hands, they look black like that. They have little gloves.
they have
that
little
wear,
gloves.
It's not because they're dirty. They're wearing like protection.
Yeah,
They're very
they're
hygienic.
basically
Super
like
safe.
doctors that only do dirty things.
Yeah.
Raccoon doctors know
Trash
how to look
doctors.
after-
Trash doctors. Did we tell you that the term that came up was brought up for Rusty that he doesn't have street smarts?
Yeah, he has
He
trash
has dumpster
smarts.
smarts.
Oh,
Yeah,
dumpster
dumpster
smarts.
smarts.
Yeah,
He does.
good. I like that.
And the thing is, you kind of do because there was that art exhibit where you just found something they'd thrown away.
We had made this joke, and then it came straight up true. So there was this art exhibit in D.C.
You got it, man. You got it. I don't know, man. I didn't.
Her
go.
name's throwing me off, but Infinity Mirrors. It was very, very popular.
Oh, right,
Tens
yeah.
of thousands of people came. And so they had these different rooms, and in the last room, it was all white, and everybody got a sheet of little stickers that you could just stick anywhere.
Okay.
And over the course of like 3 months, there were just tens of thousands of stickers all over this room. And it was amazing looking. And apparently at the end of this, they had like some chairs and stuff that they just threw away, which is crazy.
That were like covered in stickers?
Covered in stickers
That's
from
so
the exhibit.
cool.
And so it's because like that part doesn't get reused when the exhibit tours, it gets freshly stickered again.
Right.
And so I'm sure like people took some things, like curators or whatever. But I went to another event like 2 weeks after it was over, and I passed and I happened to look down, and in the dumpster, like on top, were 4 of the chairs from the exhibit. And I was like, I want that. And so I had to go to this talk, which was also like very like super opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So I went and did that, and I was worried that they would dump it out before I came back. And I came back, and they're
Because
still
it was
there.
in the trash?
Because it was in the trash,
Just
where
making
it
sure.
should be dumped. And I came back, and it was still there. And I picked my favorite one, and I carried
Out of
it
the
out.
trash, right?
Out of the trash.
Right
making
out of
sure?
the trash.
And I carried it out, and people were just kind of looking, and then a couple of people actually knew, and they were like, "Is that?" And I was like, "Yeah." How? I'm like, "They threw it away." And they're like, "What?" Yeah.
Were all these like
Yeah.
half conversations, like where they just did sound
Just,
effects?
yeah.
Yeah.
No whole sentences. What? And so, so then I had to carry it home like on the metro train and on the bus,
Nice.
and it was great.
Did it
I got
smell
home.
like dumpster?
Dumpster smarts.
Dumpster smarts? It was happy.
Amazing.
It was like you had to find a way to prove your worth of that term.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll show you dumpster smarts. World famous art, dumpster smarts.
You don't know what you're gonna find unless you look, right?
Thank you. That's deep.
That is deep.
Some people call it freegan.
Free cycling?
Oh,
Free
yeah.
cycling.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that
So
too.
really, like, you're very like conscious of waste.
Yeah, very,
and
very eco-conscious.
eco-conscious.
Very green.
Yeah.
Okay, just to be clear, Rusty doesn't really dig through garbage, but now that has become the narrative.
Uh-huh.
Like you're now excusing his dumpster diving.
You're like,
And he
it's
doesn't do that.
it's
but I
like,
love
You
that
don't understand. He loves the planet,
yes,
Joe.
it's funny that he dumpster dives,
I
guys,
love
but
that
it's for
you're
a
like,
purpose.
You know, it's funny. We all make fun of Rusty, obviously.
He's like a raccoon version of Captain Planet.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's basically a superhero.
He's a rabid Captain Planet.
All the rings are just
got
like
the
gray and
ringies.
brown, and they just conform into
Yeah,
a
I
raccoon.
really do enjoy that. She's now excusing and defending this thing that
Absolutely.
you don't even do.
Enabling.
Thank you. Supporting
Who
my
needs a cup
lifestyle.
when there's an empty can of beans right there.
Just eat the beans out, give it a wash, and you got a cup.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
I'm not wasting this.
Oh, question for you. You know, this is a good time as any to ask. When we were in Toronto for TCAF, and there was I think it was that Monday night, we were taking Luke and you home separately, not the same place. And I think it was Luke. He said "chuck a Yui,"
Okay.
and
okay.
it was it made us laugh so hard because it was a combination of words I'd not heard before.
Yes.
Okay.
And is that a phrase that you guys are familiar with?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Really?
All right.
Okay.
We'd
I
never
wondered
heard that
if it
before
was
that
like an
time.
Australian.
And it was awesome.
Did we explain what it meant?
Well, I mean,
Well, we
I
figured it
understand
meant, like
the
you make a
concept
U-turn,
of
but
it.
yeah. Just never heard that phraseology.
Is Chucky Yui right? Like,
Just do it, man.
But then we won't see the camera.
well, that's true. But like, do you guys use that in conversation now? Or you just like,
Oh, yeah,
chuck
whenever
Yuis
I
all the
can.
time?
So basically, we don't make U-turns often, but every time we do now, it's like
Now I'm
we're gonna
chucking
chuck
a Yui.
Yui.
I'm just tossing it right out there.
you're just waiting for it. You're just like,
Yeah, like
I
I don't
would
even
miss
need to
my
turn
turn
around
on purpose.
We'll turn around and then turn around again. Just keep going.
Oops, you know what that means, Rusty?
Which-
He's
which-
like, chuck a Yui!
We're chucking 2 Uis. That's what I say.
What was that?
Chucking 2 Uis.
That was pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do not encourage this.
I missed it.
Chucking 2 Uis. Or in the authentic accent, chucking 2 Uis.
What? What happened there?
So again, last year driving
You were
up to
nailing
TCAP,
it, and then you ruined it.
No, like last year driving up to TCAP, he tried to do an Australian accent, And neither Jared or I thought it was any good
It
at
sounded
all.
like the one I just did, the good one.
And
I thought it was great.
offended that we didn't like it.
I was like, how dare you?
And so when we tried to get him to do it again, he threw the intentionally really bad one out.
I just made
so
up
then
one.
That became his Australian accent.
My Australian accent.
He was like, guys, it was really good. Fine, this is what I'll talk like now.
Talking like this. It
Did
was
you guys
great.
ever hear Nick's American accent?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So-
I don't know if I don't know if he's ever done it on that podcast that they have, but
No.
probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll look into it. We'll
It's
just get him to record it for us. That's
Yeah.
fine.
It's the Cool Handsome Friend show.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, he sounds like a robot, like a really awful robot.
That's very American. That makes sense.
Don't make fun of our circuitry.
Our American circuitry.
Tell us about some websites where you can go and find out things about you that you may want them to know.
Spacepirates.com, Pyrates. That's the main website you can find things, and then usually links go up from there. Can't actually remember where Metalbeard's on Tumblr. I can't remember what it is. I think it might be metalbeard-saga.tumblr. But you can find the link through spacepirates.com.
All right.
That works.
Sounds good.
And manfreedtheman.tumblr.com. That's where you can find Manfred and information about the book. Also, you could go to quirkbooks.com to
That's
find
right.
out
It's
about
Quirk Books.
Quirkbooks. Quirkbooks.com.
Oh, wow. Wow, man.
You could go there and learn about the graphic novel and perhaps buy it when it comes out.
Totally do that, guys.
Oh, what a wink.
Yeah. Eh?
Wink.
Yeah.
Quirk.
Guys,
Quirk.
mystery questions.
All right.
Okay.
let's
Yes.
do it.
Yay, mystery questions.
Pass them books down. Thank you. Ladies first.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Let's- All right, let's bring the sucker back. Oh, off the bumpy road.
It's that kid with the cones on his head
I
again.
don't know, man. That kid is.
Just don't make eye contact.
I'm not
Don't
going to
look
let
at
him intimidate me.
Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. I looked. God damn it.
Ah, my eyes. What's your question, Caitlin?
My question is, what are your feelings on corn on the cob? And like, listen, guys, I don't want to get political. This isn't really the place
By all
or
means.
the time. No, I'm saying I don't want
Okay,
to,
you
so
don't
I'm
want
not
to-
going to
okay.
just respectfully
You're not
answer
gonna
this
reply?
question. Yeah.
Okay.
I am offended.
Jesus.
I wrote that question with a lot of heart. And granted, I love corn on the cob. So what?
What
You know
are your
what?
feelings on corn in a can, though?
It's fine.
That's fine,
It's
yeah.
serviceable.
It's all right. Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Whoa, that means you couldn't get down with corn on the cob? Did you just let some of this leak out?
Oh, your opinion has made itself known.
Ugh. Your camouflage isn't as good as you thought.
Yes.
Fine. The unpleasant Caitlin has answered. What's Matt got?
Caitlin the Unpleasant.
Caitlin, yeah.
How many sandwiches do you think you've eaten in your life?
Whoa, it's a broad range.
It really depends on what you classify as a sandwich. Like, is a burger a sandwich? 'Cause
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
That is a
Hot dog.
whole
Is a taco
thing.
a sandwich?
Yes.
We're asking your opinion here.
I mean, if I'm just thinking like sandwich, which is like sliced bread from a loaf with like fillings in the middle.
Sure.
Whoa, it would have to be in the thousands, probably tens of thousands. Have to be.
Yeah.
It's a lot, yeah.
What would you want to put between those pieces of bread?
It's very suggestive.
They're very suggestive there.
So mad.
Ideally,
Yeah, ideally.
okay. So it would be a nice sourdough, like sourdough bread. Probably mayonnaise or mustard, or even like a chipotle mustard.
I like that.
Nice.
Spicy. And then
I'm so hungry.
I like baby spinach instead of like lettuce because let's face it, iceberg is not a thing you should ever eat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Iceberg lettuce is terrible.
We
Never
have
eat
so
it.
many opinions about food.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Hey, we're here.
Iceberg lettuce is just texture, and it's a weak texture at that.
And
There's
then
no flavor.
I'd have like a couple of sliced tomatoes, slice of cheese, and
That's a key thing too.
probably like a good Swiss. Not
Alright.
not your weird orange cheese that you have in North America. That's
Yeah.
not natural, man.
Oh,
Like,
totally unnatural. That's our
Yeah.
pride. It's like our weird ass cheese.
But I think like Swiss has got like a nice bite to it. Even like an Old English, something like a little bit crumbly. That'd be good. And then I think that would be. I think
And
that's
you
all
put
I
the other
need.
piece of bread on top?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, just
yeah.
making
All right,
sure.
good.
Yeah.
I was concerned about the
No,
sandwich
like an
component.
open-faced sandwich.
And of course,
Oh.
on the tomatoes, I'd put like some salt and pepper.
What?
Nice.
Would you
Okay,
cut it in
let's-
half?
Please stop describing food.
I would just eat it. I would just like.
Yeah, I don't cut it
it'd be
either,
like-
but some people might.
I just like.
Whoa, we're getting a
That was
reenactment
good.
here.
I was
And
like-
the satisfaction covers
Yeah.
his face.
I'm eating a
That was the
sandwich.
magic.
I had to double
right
check.
there.
Did he actually have a sandwich in his hand?
Man, I could just CGI
Spot
some
on.
sandwich in. I
Yes.
cannot.
It's just
Sandwiches here.
CGI.
Yeah. Oh man, look at him. Oh man. Oh man, he's so.
Whoa.
Oh
He dunked
no!
it. He dunked it.
That good.
Was that good?
He's so
I
dissatisfied.
want to see the CG of that.
Right.
Great. Yeah.
There
Giant
should be an
cartoon
explosion.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Interviews with you guys just end up with a task list for me.
Yeah.
Every single time.
We're gonna have to like farm this out to your animation company to like
Yeah,
do some
yeah.
work.
And you'll be working on Saturday.
Yeah.
I already work on Saturdays.
Unpleasantness.
That's why I'm so unpleasant.
Yeah. Saturdays make her unpleasant.
And you're working today on a Sunday.
Yeah, here I am at work.
Well,
Well, thank you so much for talking to us again. I'm glad you're
worries.
still
Thanks for
friends,
having
and
us.
not
This is
enemies.
No worries, mates.
Nice.
nice.
I like you guys just get so excited when we talk Australian.
Well, it was
Well,
also
no,
like
it's-
the way you delivered it too was like a tagline.
It
Like,
was. It
like,
was. It
like
was like you're
in
really.
bold in quotes. It was like, yeah.
This is the end of the episode.
There we go.
No worries.
no
mates.
worries, mates.
No worries, mate.
Do-do-do.
That's, yeah.